Star Trek alien not seen for 33 years returns in Section 31 movie Star Trek. Section 31 is bringing back an alien species not seen since Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country 33 years ago. At San Diego Comic-Con Star Trek Universe Hall H panel, the first teaser trailer for Star Trek Section 31 was revealed. Academy Award winner Michelle Yeoh headlines the audacious first Star Trek streaming movie made for Paramount+, and Sam Rickardson is one of several cast members whose identity remains unknown. Screen Rant was at Paramount+, a Star Trek Universe Hall H panel moderated by Justin Simien at San Diego Comic-Con 2024, where Star Trek Section 31 actors Sam Richardson, Casey Roll, and Omari Hardwick, director Olatunde Osunsanmi, and executive producer Alex Kurtzman appeared. When Kurtzman asked Sam Richardson to spill some tea about his Section 31 character, the Veep and Ted Lasso star dropped a bombshell that he plays a Chameleoid in the next Star Trek movie. Read Sam's quote and watch the clip below. 5. Why Chameleoids vanished from Star Trek for 33 years. Chameleoids are a species of alien shapeshifters introduced by Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country in 1991. The Chameleoids' Iman abilities were made possible by advancements in CGI morphing technology, as seen in James Cameron's The Abyss and Terminator 2 in Judgment Day. However, after Star Trek Deep Space Nine introduced Constable Odo, Rene Auberjonois, and revealed he hails from a species of changelings that rules the Dominion in the Gamma Quadrant, the Changelings, aka the Founders, became the primary shapeshifting villains in Star Trek, and Chameleoids were forgotten. Still, Iman's Chameleoid leaves a lasting impression on anyone who watched Star Trek VI, especially when she morphed into Captain James T. Kirk, William Shatner, in a memorable scene where the two Kirks fought each other. Since Chameleoids haven't been seen in 33 years, they are making an ideal comeback in Star Trek Section 31, with Sam Richardson as the newest Chameleoid in the final frontier decades after Star Trek VI. After all, if Emperor Georgiou Michelle Yeoh is leading a Black Ops spy division, who makes a better infiltrator than a Chameleoid shapeshifter? Check out Star Trek's biggest San Diego Comic-Con news. Everyone looks hot as a Vulcan. Jess Bush shares Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 BTS. Jess Bush shares Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 behind-the-scenes images and videos, after a first-look clip of the crew of the Starship Enterprise turned into Vulcans was released at San Diego Comic-Con 2024. Strange New Worlds Season 3 wrapped filming in May, and the hotly anticipated next 10 episodes will premiere in 2025 on Paramount+. Meanwhile, the Strange New Worlds Season 3 clip from one of the upcoming episodes, directed by Jordan Canning, is a follow-up to her Vulcan comedy of manners, Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2, Episode 5, Charades. On her Instagram, Jess Bush, @Onayesa, dropped some fascinating behind-the-scenes images and videos of Star Trek Strange New Worlds cast turned into Vulcans. Along with selfie as Vulcanized nurse Christine Chapel, Jess posted a second pic of herself, director Jordan Canning, and Ethan Peck as LT Spock wearing pointy ears, plus short videos of Celia Rose Gooding singing in her Vulcan regalia, and an up-close look at Chapel's personal Vulcan ears. Check out her post below. Strange New Worlds Season 3 continues Star Trek's Vulcan trend. There's no denying the already very attractive Star Trek Strange New Worlds actors look great as Vulcans. During Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2 crossover with Star Trek Lower Decks, Ensign Beckett Mariner Tawny Newsome coined the term Hot Spock by turning Captain Christopher Pike, Ensign Mount, Ensign Nyota Uhura, Celia Rose Gooding, LT Layan Noonien Singh, Christina Chong, and Nurse Christine Chapel, Jess Bush, into Vulcans. Strange New Worlds is just continuing a tradition that goes back to Star Trek's very beginnings. The truth is, Vulcans have always been hot. Leonard Nimoy's Mr. Spock was the object of many female fans' affections in Star Trek, the original series, and the Vulcan science officer was desired by quite a few women Spock encountered during the Starship Enterprise's 5-year mission. Hot Vulcans have been part of Star Trek all along, including Spring, Arlene Mardell/Gia Sandhu, LT Saavik, Kirstie Alley/Robin Curtis, and Sub-Commander T'Pol, Jolene Blalock, on Star Trek Enterprise. Jess Bush merely confirms that Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 is bringing serious Vulcan heat. Star Trek Section 31 movie proves TNG fans don't know Rachel Garrett at all. Star Trek Section 31's teaser trailer shows an entirely different side to Rachel Garrett, Casey Roll, from the character fans met on Star Trek: The Next Generation. As the captain of the USS Enterprise C before Captain Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart, Rachel Garrett holds a special place in Star Trek history. Despite this, little has been revealed about Garrett as a person or her life before TNG's brief glimpse of Captain Garrett's Enterprise. Introduced in Star Trek: The Next Generation Season 3, Episode 15, Yesterday's Enterprise, Captain Rachel Garrett, Trisha O'Neill, met Captain Picard when her Enterprise C inadvertently traveled through a wormhole into the future. As glimpsed in its first teaser trailer released at San Diego Comic-Con, Star Trek Section 31 already feels different from any previous Trek project. Since her introduction in Star Trek Discovery Season 1, Michelle Yeoh's Emperor Philippa Georgiou has become one of modern Trek's most fascinating and compelling characters. Yeoh has always seemed to have diabolical fun portraying the Emperor, and it looks like Section 31 will lean into that. Full of fight sequences and explosions, the teaser suggests a true action film, perhaps involving a heist or black ops mission. Casey Roll's Rachel Garrett cycles through a variety of colorful hairstyles, suggesting she is involved in Section 31's undercover work as well. Star Trek TNG's Rachel Garrett is completely different in Section 31 movie, although the Star Trek Section 31 teaser trailer only shows glimpses of Rachel Garrett. She seems very different from the serious captain introduced in Star Trek: The Next Generation's Yesterday's Enterprise. But considering Yesterday's Enterprise saw Garrett on what was likely one of the worst and most stressful days of her life, this isn't particularly surprising. Casey Roll's Garrett is obviously much younger and less experienced, but she remains committed to Starfleet. By the time of Yesterday's Enterprise, Garrett is willing to sacrifice her life, her ship, and even her crew to ensure that the Federation achieves peace with the Klingon Empire. In one of her only lines in Star Trek Section 31's teaser, Garrett says, "Section 31 is a Black Ops division, spy work. Starfleet is here to make sure no one commits murder." Georgiou simply laughs at this statement, responding, "What a cute idea," in a mocking tone. Garrett later refers to Georgiou as a bad B****** in a complimentary way, which doesn't feel like something the Rachel Garrett of Yesterday's Enterprise would say. Still, viewers have seen so little of Rachel Garrett that it's difficult to say what is or is not in character, and it will be fun to see Roll's interpretation of the role. How does Rachel Garrett go from Section 31 to Captain of USS Enterprise C? Rachel Garrett's appearance in Star Trek Section 31 raises the question of how she goes from working with Starfleet's Black Ops organization to becoming captain of the Federation's flagship. Philippa Georgiou is, of course, the star of Section 31, and the teaser reveals the film will delve into her backstory, introducing Miku Martineau as the young Georgiou. Although we don't yet know how big of a part Rachel Garrett will play in Section 31, the film likely won't have time to explore too much of her story. This leaves the door open for future Star Trek projects to tell the story of Garrett's journey to the Enterprise captain's chair. Star Trek: The Next Generation's Yesterday's Enterprise made Captain Garrett a fascinating character in only a few scenes, and it would be great to see more of her. Casey Roll has proven her talent as an actress in shows like NBC's Hannibal and Syfy's The Magicians, and she has the chance to truly make the role of Rachel Garrett her own. From its bright yellow title card to its villainous main character, Star Trek Section 31 is shaping up to be unlike any other Star Trek film, and will hopefully make Rachel Garrett an even more compelling character.